Hello everybody, a very good morning. Welcome along to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby and thank you for joining us this Sunday. It is the last day of our summer season sale as well. I will miss the sale. I won't miss saying it though, because it is a bit of a tongue twister, particularly on a Sunday after a Saturday. A fun Saturday where I wasn't here, but then when you have those fun Saturdays and then the Sunday after is a bit more difficult than it should have been, it's going to be one of those Sundays for me, if you know what I'm talking about. But yes, it is the last day of the Summer Sea Sun sale, so make sure you check out the website. You'll find deals up to 75% off, and actually over the course of the day today we're going to be featuring some of those across the show, so do look out. And it's going to be a busy old day. Of course, later on we finish off with Second Chance Sunday, so if you've missed any of our recent launches or any of our recent shows, you'll be able to see some of the best bits from those later on. Also coming up, we've got a masterclass, but I'm hugely excited because we always kickstart your Sunday with Colour Me Happy. And do you know what, today, whilst we've got some amazing deals on this show, we are going to be concentrating more on getting a little bit messy, having a lot of fun and doing lots of techniquey bits, and there's only one lady who I would like to get messy with, and it is it is my TV wifey, my absolute fave, the one and only Debbie Robinson.
Thank you very much. Hi, it's been a long time. Well, it feels like
a long time.
So it's lovely to see you looking so fine, may I say, Mr. Moseby, even on a night out, an important night out.
I didn't say I had a night out. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you look lovely over there, by the way. Very summery and you're glowing.
Yeah, I've realised that I've got inks on this morning. I've probably got the wrong dress. I'm thinking, oh no, I'm going to get messy. I could do a little pity or something to put over me. But it is Colour Me Happy. It's 2 hours dedicated to some amazing things that we've got on the show. And I think this one's been made purely for me because that's who I am. I'm kind of a sparkly kind of person. And we've got sparkle pens on the show. We've got glitter markers on there as well as our lovely, and for me, one of my favourite products that we do under our Spectrum Raw brand, which is our sparkle pens. And they are just wonderful. Lots of things that you can do with them. And I'm going to try and cover lots of techniques like I always love to do. I love to get messy. I love to get messy with the inks. I love to show you why you need these in your life, because you really do. Ben can do all the boring stuff and tell you all the deals that are on. I'm going to get all fun and creative, and we're going to do some different techniques, from heat resist techniques to maybe a bit of splattering. And if you're thinking my lovely Ben's looking a bit dishevelled, that's because I pinched his shaving foam, because I'm going to weave and pop in a little shaving foam technique later on. And I'm not sure if producer Jamie's seen it before, but Jamie, you'll love this. Did you look? Honestly, you'll love this technique. So yeah, we've got loads lined up, lots of great stamps on the show, but the main focus of this is going to be our fabulous sparkle pens with those glitter markers. I can't wait to get started, Ben.
Oh yeah, it is going to be amazing. A really, really fun show. Do make sure you get in touch if there's anything that you want to ask, if there's anything that you want to see. You can message us, whether it be on Facebook or on YouTube. We've got Radical Rachel on the socials today. Already in is Sarah Brown saying, hello, my crafty friends. Debbie and Ben and all the CTV family, sending hugs your way. It's now Sunday night, 8 o'clock, hoping you are all doing well. We are doing well, some doing better than others. Lynn Harvey says, hi Ben, Debbie and the CTV team, the social superstar and everyone. We've got Tracy in the building today. We've got Jamie. He just said, we've got Charlotte. Hey. And also, we've got assistant producer Tyne today. Has Tyne been on yet?
She's not been on, no, she's not been on. She's so gorgeous, that little punk. She's just absolutely adorable. Honestly, it's lovely. It's like, it's been so, just yesterday having her in the building, just wagging a little tail and running around building, and very well behaved, may I add.
Oh yeah.
Not like a mum. Charlotte, I'm joking, I'm jesting. Did you know? What? No, honestly, she's a credit to you, Charlotte. She's an absolute beauty, she is.
I mean, if we get enough comments that you want to see Tyne on the show, she likes her Uncle Ben, because when she's not here, normally she's at our house, because Laura looks after dogs. So if you want to see little Tyne, I mean, if there's enough comments saying, oh, we want to see, then we can potentially make that happen. Julie's in, Linda's in, Linny is in as well. Good morning to you all, Kirsty D and Terry. Tom Anderson says good morning from Ohio. Before we get into the the goodies. Shall we show you our weekend super saver? We do this, of course, every weekend. It's always a fantastic deal. And basically what we do is we bring you a lovely collection of items at a smash down price. So usually worth over £100, over $120 today, £102, $125 worth for £24 or $32 if you are a platinum member. Take a look at this. I think potentially one of the best weekend super savers that we've done. It is called Things with Wings. Notice how I've matched my shirt up with that as well. You think I just pick anything out of the closet, but no, matched it up. Look, because I've got Things with Wings on my shirt as well. It was a fluke. It's a fluke. No, I obviously, knew. Anyway, what have we got? We have got for you 3D embossing folders. So from the Vintage Butterflies collection, that is included in this set. You've also got one of the most beautiful butterfly sets, I think, that I've seen from the Butterflies and Blooms collection, Sharon Callis. You've got your Butterfly Love. A 20-piece collection is in that one. Then you've also got from the Heartfelt Greetings collection, your Sending Blessings, which is that gorgeous, almost like creator card die that you've got, which gives you that really cool effect of having your sentiment almost like floating within the middle of the card. Then from the Nature's Garden Beautiful collection, how gorgeous is this? That cut and emboss folder giving you a gorgeous bee frame. You've then got a creator card in here, the Lovebirds. These are always awesome because you've got one pass through creating that gorgeous card. Here you've got that extra die to give you that dangling element. In this case, it is those gorgeous birdies. Then you've got another cut and emboss folder, particularly if you love doing your sort of DL slimline cards, you'll love this collection. It is called the Butterfly Delight. Again, giving you all that beautiful detail in the background, but then those beautiful butterflies where you can kind of lift and coax their wings to get that really cool 3D element. We've got a set of 3 stunning dragonflies in here in die form. We've got 3 magnificent butterflies in there too. And to make this, as I say, potentially one of the best weekend super savers we've ever done, you've got your 6x6 36 sheet Vintage Butterflies paper pad in here. And that's why I always marvel at these collections, right? Because normally you think, oh, weekend super saver, it will be, a load of items which are maybe 3-4 years old. You've got some really recent items in here and some absolutely beautiful ones at that. Best one we've done. I'm saying it, I'm putting it out there. £24 or $32. Pick that up today. And you know what? If you've got some of these items already at home, worst case scenario, you can double up on what you've got, work twice as fast, or indeed keep the items that you haven't got and save the rest for Christmas goodies. That's amazing. Also amazing, our starter kit today, our glitter and sparkle starter set. The reason you'll need to get this today, right, if you've never kind of worked with any of our sparkle pens or our glitter pens, and the reason that you're not doing that is because you think, oh, I don't really know what to do with them, I don't know how to use them. Over the course of this show, you will be inspired, you will have loads of techniques to take away. So what I would say to you is, this is a great day to jump in and grab this bundle because you've got everything that you need in there. You've got 2 stamp sets to be working with. You're going to get 6 of your glitter markers, 6 of your sparkle pens, and we're also going to give you sheets of your cardstock in there too. And again, across sort of both ranges, if you like, you've got 15 sheets of your watercolour cardstock, 16 sheets of your Nina, plus we're going to give you one of our finesse ink pads as well. That is the waterproof ink pad included. So you've got everything there to get you started, to get you going as far as your sparkle and glitter is concerned. Saving almost £18, just over $23. Platinum price is $41.59 or $55.99. Get your questions in. Anything that you want to ask, anything that you want to see, that is what we are here for. I suppose the first question is, Debbie, which a lot of people ask, and let's talk about it because we've got both in this collection. What's the difference between me glitter pens and me sparkly pens?
Right, so they both offer you some beautiful sparkle to your projects, and they've got lovely proprietary ink in here from our Spectrum R range. The difference being is a sparkle pen is, and I'll just get one out for you, is got this brush nib onto it. So this is one of our sparkle pens, and I'm going to show you how to prime, because this might be the first time you've tuned in to one of our Colour Me Happy shows. This might be the first time you might have been loitering in the background. I know that sounds wrong to say it, but obviously we have people joining us all the time.
Of course.
Maybe not wanted to ask any questions or anything like that, today's your opportunity to. That's what we're here for. But it may be that you don't know what these are, what they entail, how you can work with them, because you might just look at these and think, well, these are just pens. That's what you might be looking at, thinking right now. A lot of our crafting community who do watch us regularly and who do know what these products are, you know, apologies, it's going to sound like a broken record because I'll be repeating myself. However, it's good to go over and talk about these products and show you what these are. So the main difference straight away, and let me pick my blue one up because I've got 2 blues there, is these are both water-based products. So that means, and this is why we've put this kit together, can I just say, the starter kit, perfect. I'm going to show you why we've put the waterproof dye ink pad in there, why we've put the watercolour card in there as well. The Nina cardstock is a super smooth one. You can use it. I mean, we talk about it and talk about it in terms of alcohol markers, but we forget it's a super smooth paper as well that will work lovely with lots of our products. But I'm going to talk about all of those for you in this. But let's go in and show you. And the first obvious thing, when I can get the top off, I think I needed to have more than me Weetabix this morning, is the brush nib. So we've got a brush nib. I'm just going to point it down there for a second because I'm going to show you how you work these. And you've got a lovely fine nib on this one. And I say a nib. This is a marker. This is a glitter pen. Yeah. This is a brush pen. So it's got a lovely fluid brush nib on there, which means if you love brush lettering, that's going to cover you on there, so you can use that too. And also for things like I mean, again, because it's water-based, lots of techniques, even in the pens, which are just fabulous. But that's about the only difference. Apart from, inside here, obviously, colours, different colours. This is 2 different blues we've got here. This is Midnight Frost. This is called Midnight. I forgot to wipe mine, so I'm getting inky fingers straight away because I've been playing with it beforehand. Straight into that mess. The difference there is one's a brush marker, one's a nib. Both offer you a little bit of sparkle, but I will talk a little bit more about them individually as we go along throughout this show, because we do have some other colours as well. That starter bundle, I love that starter bundle. Those stamps are absolutely perfect for it as well. But I will show you in a second. But first things first, I'm going to show you how you prime your pen. Yes, good idea. Yeah, because I haven't got one of the new pens in the configuration that we've got in that bundle. I've got a different one, but I'm going to show you. When you get yours home and you've never done anything with these before, you'll see that there's a little band here. The first thing that we're going to do, Ben, is we're going to take that off. Okay. And you'll see it's sealed. It's got a seal in there, so there's no nothing to stop this from coming out. Crazy, that dropped off. You just take that off, and then we're going to give it a little bit of a shake. Now, you can pop your pen back on there and give it a shake, but I tend to, when I get mine home, take that seal off and just give it a good shake, because what you want to do is mix up that ink in this barrel. And they honestly beautiful inks, especially these colours that we've got in the starter kit. They're just phenomenal. But you give it a good shake up. You need to shake to wake it. Can you hear this?
Oh, like a little ball bearing, is it?
Like a ball bearing in there, yeah. Because you've got ultra-fine glitter in here. This is a water-based product as well. And it means then that you can do lots of things from your colour washer. I know you're shaking to waking it, aren't you? Give it a good old shake. And literally, I do give it a really good... I know, sorry, but I really do give it a good old shake.
You do, don't you?
Yeah, give it a good old
Seriously?
shake. I was getting your muscles working. I can feel my muscles tensing up there. Look. But honestly, that's what you need to do. Just give it a good old mix. And then when you've done that, Ben, you're going to pop your top back on. Now, you need that top of the casing to be sat on top of that barrel. So you're going to screw that right down. And I do this, I'm going to... Debbie needs to have better Weetabix in the morning because it's not working today.
To an end.
It's all right, Ben, I'll get there in the end. Let me tell you, it's not that difficult, it's just me. You're going to just then screw that on till it sits firmly on top of that barrel. Yeah. You can now see that brush as it comes to you the first time. It's nice and white. What you're going to do is give it a little tiny flick, and that's just to release those bristles, because in transition and when they're being made, they've just been like kind of sealed, not with super glue or anything like that, but very easy just to give that a little flick there. And then at the side of the barrel, there's a little push on both sides. This is when you literally just give it a gentle squeeze, because what you want to do is release the ink and the fine glitter, and it is ultra fine glitter in there, microfine glitter in there. you want to release it into the barrel and then for it to come down here. So what we're going to do is give that little, just those push, and gentle, please don't go mad. But I don't know if you can see it coming down the brush already?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so what you're doing is you are just, I think they call it the capillary action. I mean,
that sounds great.
it does sound great.
Capillary action, let's go with that.
I never know what it means. So literally, and that is just so, if you flood that chamber straight away, what you've got a tendency of doing is maybe just flooding out the ink rather than glitter. And that's why you make sure you give it a good old shake to wake. And then you can see, and I don't know if we can see there, but can you see that lovely ultra sparkle?
That's amazing.
When that dries, it's beautiful. In fact, I've got my heat gun and I've switched to me, I did fetch me my silent one. Yesterday I had the noisy one in the studio.
You've got a silent one?
I've got a silent one, yeah. Hunted this high and low for my heat gun. I found it in Elsica.
In where?
Elsica, where I live. Ireland, Elsica, so there's a little craft shop in there. And I found it. Cost me a few pennies.
Yeah.
Because it's a Ranger one. And they're not...
That's you and Jan now with the silent.
Yes.
Does
Well,
Johnny
it's
know
because of Jan that I wanted it.
Does Johnny know you've got a silent one?
Yes, he does, yeah. Now, can you see that beautiful sparkle?
Can
How
now.
beautiful is that? Absolutely stunning. Now, I'm just going to pop that back on because that's obviously not one of the colours in the kit, but you get the gist of how to wake to shake. Shake to wake.
Shake to wake.
The same when you get one of these. Now, again, mine are used ones, but when you get these home, again, you've got to do that exactly the same because the ink's in there, the water's in there, the ink and the lovely ultravine sparkle glitter is in there as well. Can you hear it? You can hear it a bit more distinctly.
You hear that
in
one
the pen.
better, yeah.
Yeah. So you need to give them a good old shake. If you have not used yours for a while, if you've already got these and you've not used them for a while, before you use them, you do have to shake them up. The same with the pen, because in the pen they will settle. The glitter will automatically settle at the bottom of the barrel or at the bottom of the chamber. So you need to make sure you give it a good old shake. And another question that I get asked about is how do you store them? We always recommend you store your pans flat.
Yeah.
Pans?
Pans.
Pans. Blinking, eh?
Pens?
Pens.
Not pants.
Pens flat.
Pens, pans and pants.
Now, if you do store them in an upright container and you haven't got the storage systems, what I will just say is you make sure that you pop it into your container that way, so that the ink and that goes down to the bottom of the barrel. I know it's always a bit difficult to see on that angle, but upright, so your brush nib is upright. That way, because I know previously you may have heard people say to store them down. What you're doing by storing it down is you're taking it all down into the chamber, into the brush, into the nib. And the last thing that you want is when you open that up, the chances are it'll splatter out before you even have a chance to do anything with it. Yeah. So please always bear in mind, recommended flat. If you can't do flat, have them upright and you're absolutely fine. But yeah, give this a good old shake, Ben. And to do this, and I'm going to have to do it on the sideway view for this, Charlotte, if I may, just for a second. You will get a white nib when you get yours home. So it'll be white, and what you do is we call it a pump it up action.
Pump
you ready?
It up.
You gotta pump it up.
Pump it up.
So you just give it a little tiny pump.
Oh yeah.
Now obviously you just give it, can you see a little tiny, honestly, a little tiny pump, not big, because what again you don't want to do is flood it out, can you see there?
Yeah.
But what you've got then, and I mean this is where the difference that you've got, because obviously what you have in this one is that brush nib. I'm just going to shake this up because I haven't been using this one, but again, Debbie, you just said that, but can you see the difference?
Oh, yeah,
beautiful brush nib. And then the ultra fine nib, which means that you can colour sections, and I'll just go with a little square, but you can go into all the nooks and crannies, which is why we've got different stamps on this show. We've got different stamps on this show for a reason, because of the two different kind of pens. Yeah. But if I just give that a little, oh God, what am I trying to do? Wrong top, Debs, wrong top. But what you're going to do is, again, you can either let it dry naturally or force that. With the pens, it dries very quick. But I'm just going to just dry off this area. Now, I am going to show you in a couple of seconds as well the water-based part of this, which means all the different things that you can do with it. And stay tuned to this show, because I'm going to show you lots of different techniques that you can do with your pens as well. But can you see the sparkle? So I wonder if we can go would it there? Yeah, we'll go there. So can you see the sparkle? Even here is just I mean, it's not in your face like sparkle like like you get with a glitter paper.
No.
But you've got this beautiful shimmering sparkle effect.
Wow.
And do you know, if you love writing on cards and you want something a bit different, these are beautiful for that as well. Not only for colouring, if you love brush lettering, I'm not going to attempt it, Ben, because I'm absolutely rubbish at it.
I bet you're not.
You've got so that's the difference between the two. Both are water-based, and that's how you prime both of your pens. Like I said, once they're primed, that is it, Ben. There's no more to it. Once they're primed, they're primed. The only thing that you will do is to shake up your and wake up your glitter, your fine glitter that's in there with your ink. You need to just give them the good shakes.
Okay.
That's how you would prime your pens. But like I said, once it's primed, it's primed. However, I'm going to talk to you now about, I did just say, about that lovely, the water-based.
Oh, yes.
Water-based factor to them. And I am going to use the colours that you get in your starter kits. I am going to talk to you about this one just for a second, if I may. There is a reason we have put the water-based one in here. Waterproof dye, which means it's non-smear with watercolour. And I'm just going to do a very quick, and I mean a very quick, let me see if I've got a stamp that I can just stamp onto. I'm just going to find one of the other stamps, Ben, just for a second.
Whilst you're looking, lots of you just chatting through about why you love your pen so much. Love my sparkle, says Suzanne. The more the merrier, but really looking forward to seeing these techniques. And Rosemary Fowler says, I have all of the glitter marker sets and I really enjoy using them. I'm looking forward to Dibby's tips today. Dibby, she says. And she says, sorry, Debbie, a typo. I did not mean to call you Dibby, although that would suit you too. Dibby.
Oh, God, that's funny.
Thank you, Rosemary.
Right, I'm going to show you now
Back
the
to you,
reason why
Debbie.
we put this in. I'm going to come back to those in a minute to show you those amazing sparkle pens. But the reason that we've put this in, now I've got the Flagstone one here. I think, is it the black that we've put
No,
in?
I think we've got Flagstone.
Is it Flagstone? Have I got the right one?
Hang on. Oh, actually, oh no, it's Noir Black. Why did I think it said? I'm sure I said it was Flagstone earlier. It's not. It's Noir Black. You're getting in the kit.
Oh, well, Noir Black is absolutely fine, but I just want to show you the reason why we've put it in there and why we talk about the non-smear. I've probably gone with a little bit too big a piece of paper here, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to stamp that down, and this is one of the stamps that's on the show today, and then I'm going to literally just chuck some water on. Now, Jamie's probably thinking, what the hell are you doing, Debbie?
What is she
I want
like?
to show you a reason why we're doing this, because there is a reason, Jamie. Behind me, there's a method in my madness. I'm just going to dab up the water, though, because I think I got a little bit carried away there. And I'm going to try and use one of my clean fingers to show you. But when you rub that across, can you see? And there's a lot of water on there. Can you see the pool of water? I've gone a little bit mad. But this is why we have put in there for you the waterproof dye. It is non-smear with watercolour products. So when you're stamping, and all the stamps that we've got on the show, if you're colouring in with a sparkle pen or with one of the glitter markers, you know that you're not going to get any bleeding out of there. If you were to use the other ink, you would. Now, Debbie needs to just stop getting carried away when I do that, because
right
but honestly, you can see it hasn't shifted. It's not moved at all. So that's why, and that's on watercolour cardstock as well. Let me throw that in bin, because I've just gone a little bit carried away there, Ben. Now, I'll come back to, and I'm just going to wipe up all my water. I always go heavy-handed when I throw the water down. I only need to do a little bit. But,
tiny drop is all you need.
Just a tiny drop is all that's needed. Not all of that water, Debbie. Learn, come on. But that just shows you why we have that in there, because it is for the non-smear when it comes to the stamps. Right, moving on back, which I've got loads of paper in it. Moving on back to these fabulous pens, and I am going to do the black one, and then I'm going to show you a full coverage with it, and the things that you can do with it, because it is water-based. So I need to make sure I've got a good brush with this one. Make sure I've got some water. Bring back my water in. And let's go in with, I'll give it a shake though, because I've not used this one. This is watercolour cardstock. It's got a tooth to it. And I say a tooth, it's got a texture to it. So it means it's perfect for all of your water-based products. And it's also good for, it dries quite flat. And even if it does have a little bit of warpage, it's quite pliable, you can get it back into shape. But let's go in. Give it a shake, because I've not used this black one. But I want to show you how fabulous these pens really, truly are. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to pop down. And just, again, I've just given it a little squeeze, and I'm going to pop down a fair bit just at the top. Now, it really is a super coverage, this one. Now, this is the black. And this is the black onyx, is
Onyx.
how we say it, yes?
Yeah.
I'm going to get my water brush. I need a little bit of tissue, so I'm going to get a bit of tissue because I'm going to show you now the water-based factor to these.
Yes.
So a bit of tissue. I'm not going to go on with a super wet brush. I'm going to go on with a damp brush. So I'm going to, oh God, trust me, I've got a blue one. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute.
What you like?
Because I don't clean my brushes, Ben. Don't tell anybody, but I don't clean them. But I'm just going to give it a little tiny damp brush, and then I'm going to bring this down. And all I'm doing, Ben, is I'm showing you that you can create, let's get that down, a nice, lovely ombre effect from the one pen. If you want to pick a bit more up, go back in. I've got a bit more down there. And then I can just move that, because this is the water-based ability to do with your pens. And again, I'll come right down. Now, what you'll do is, because obviously it's a sparkle pen, you'll probably get the more intense sparkle up at the top, but it brings it down with it, Ben. So literally now, and I'll just give this a little dry so I can show you. Honestly, the coverage on this is amazing. Jamie's like, I can hear him. I think he's, because is this the first time you've worked with the sparkle pens, Jamie?
Is it first time, Jamie?
Yeah, I thought it might be, bless him, because he's obviously not new, because we've had him a little while now.
He's the newest though, isn't he? He's still the new boy.
The new boy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so all I'm doing is just drying that off.
Oh, you wait till you see the techniques coming later on.
Oh, you'll honestly, Jamie.
Wait till you see the shaving foam.
I mean, Jamie's a very talented man. He's in his own right with his own things that he does. But can you see now that beautiful, intense sparkle? And even with the ombre effect, you still get it and move that down. There's still sparkle just onto there. You can see it's more intense at the top. Have I got a good shot there, Charlotte?
Oh, that
can you
looks
see
great.
It? Yeah. Because I can't never tell on the screen. But you've got this beautiful now, lovely, beautiful ombre effect from that one pen. One pen, Ben. One pen. And again, because, and we've got some, is there clear overlays in this one? I thought they were. I'm just going to bring out one of my clear overlays. You're probably thinking, why do you need a clear overlay?
Why do you need a clear overlay?
Well, this is a beautiful clear overlay pen that's going to work with your alcohol pens, your aqua pens. It's one of those pens that's going to work across the whole thing. It's going to give you sparkle to your projects. Yeah. So an aqua-based pen or ink is just your colour. There's no sparkle to it. You can add sparkle to it with this. Yeah. Your alcohol pens, obviously, nature of them, they're alcohol pens. You can add sparkle to your alcohol pen things, and including your wax-based pencils. You can use those on top of there to give it a little bit. You can put it on all sorts.
Pretty much everything.
But it's a really good one to have, and I love the fact that we've got it in a pack of 3. The only difference here is that it's totally clear. Totally clear. It's just the sparkle. It's just the lovely fine glitter. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of a pool just onto there, and I'm going to do a little bit of a flow.
A flow? A flow what?
Flow.
Faux
bleaching with my sparkle, because I don't want to lose any of that lovely sparkle. So I'm going to do it with my clear overlay. I'll show you your faux bleaching with your water in a second, but I just want to drop on, because I just want to add a little tint. And again, I'm just dropping quite a bit onto there because I want a bit of a splatter. If you want, you can go in with another brush and pick it up. Okay. Oh yeah. And give it a good splatter. Oh yeah. It's entirely up to you, Debbie. Remember that's there, because I know what I'm like. I'll pop that back in. Or you could go in and drop some big splatters. Look at that. So you could drop a few onto there. Yeah. And then you just let it do its work, its magic. Because don't forget, it's a water-based product, so there's some water in there, and it will mean that it can lift some of the colour as well. Yeah. You will get the faux bleaching technique much more better with water, I'm not going to lie, but if you want to add your sparkle to it and keep your sparkle all the way through, then use your clear overlay pen.
Very subtle, isn't it?
It's very subtle, yes.
Paul just wants to know, how long after you work with watercolour paper should you wait before you matte and layer on a card? So if you've done something like this, how long?
Well, if you've dried it with a heat gun straight away, you can go on straight away. If you're letting it dry natural, obviously just let it dry natural. You'll know when it's dry because you'll see the effects. And I'm leaving there that a little bit longer than I would normally, Ben, but that's only because I just want to try and lift quite a bit of that colour out to show you that lovely faux bleaching technique. I can see me splodge there, it's gone really splodgy.
It looks like space, doesn't it?
It is, yeah, it is. So just pop your kitchen roll. Yeah. Don't be using your expensive stuff, just use your cheapest chips one. And you get this lovely, beautiful, and it really is a lovely way to create a beautiful background technique. But I've not lost a single bit of sparkle, because the clear overlay sparkle has given me sparkle where it's lifted. So I love doing
so
it with
good.
that. So it's one of those reasons why I do like to show you how you can use your clear overlay pen as your faux bleaching. But in the next one that I'm going to show you, because obviously we've got these beautiful colours on, I'm just going to give it a little spritz just to wipe me powder down. Obviously, that's stuff that you could be using, that's ink that you can be using. I'll talk a little bit more about that later on as well, because I'm going to try and cram in as much as I can. Ask your questions. I am here to answer the best that I can, and if I don't know the answer, I'll tell you the truth. I don't know the answer.
That's it.
Now, I was going to show you one more thing, because, sorry Ben, just because in this bundle you have, in fact, if I remember rightly, is in the tint and tone, is there the black, the blue and the clear?
Tint and tone, you have got... Oh, wrong one. You've got... no, you've got... Well, yes, you have. You've got your Onyx Black, which you've already used, haven't you? You've got your clear.
Yep.
And then you've got your Starry Sky.
Perfect.
Which is the blue.
Honestly, I love the Starry Sky. Love this one. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to use all three of these now. Again, watercolour cardstock. And I'll show you that faux bleaching with the water. You've seen it with the clear overlay, which looks beautiful. Let's go in with that black again. Let's put a bit of black just onto the top. So again, I'm just going to pop on, and I'm literally using a little bit of ink. I'm not going mad. I'm just going to cover over. And I think, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to draw it out with my clear overlay, because it's a water brush at the end of the day. You'll have heard Craig talking about it, as well as myself and Jan. But you can use that to create, because this is a water brush at the end of the day. And you know you've got the black there. Don't worry about that, because on your bit of scrap paper, it'll come clear. If I just grab a bit of scrap paper, you can literally, until your brush runs clear again.
Okay.
Clear as a daisy. There you go. So this is a wonderful pen. Let me tell you, that clear overlay will be invaluable for yourself. Now I'm going to go in with that lovely blue. So I'm going to go at the top this time. Let's go in a bit dark at the bottom. So I love the blue. Oh my God, do you know this Starry Sky? I use it a lot. Let me just tell you.
So much coverage as well, don't you?
So much coverage. You can see the white there and how much coverage is on there. I'm going to use my clear overlay again. Let's use it as a water brush. Let's go into the that beautiful, lovely, gorgeous ink, and I'm going to meet them in the middle. And we're going to do a little bit of a ombre effect with those three pens. Now, I'm going to leave it at that, because I actually like that. And this is, do you know what I always say to anybody that's trying out our pens? If you don't like messing, you don't like inky fingers, don't worry. There are latex gloves that you can use. You can pop your gloves on. A lovely girl, Maz from the Chesterfield store, loved colour, loved sparkle, but hated the mess. So she used to wear her gloves.
Can't you get the little fingertip? Someone here, or I saw somebody with just put the
fingertips.
Little fingertip things
Yes,
on.
you can get the finger ones as well, but to be fair, you will get inky fingers. So for me, all you need is a bit of cheap, I said cheap soap. I use Imperial Leather. It's cheap now.
Do.
It's not anymore. It didn't used to be. Imperial Leather used to be probably one of the most
posh back in the day, wasn't it?
Posh soaps. But not anymore. It's cheap as chips. I got 4 bars for £1 the other day. Honestly, I was like, oh my God, what if that had been back in the day?
Has it still got a sticker on it?
Yeah, it's still got a sticker on it, absolutely,
It's so funny you should say that. I always remember whenever I was around me nan and Gramps' house, they always had Imperial Leather, and I felt ever so posh.
Oh my dear, it smells amazing as well, doesn't it? It smells absolutely amazing. Now again, I will be showing you a little bit more what you can do with your ink, because I don't waste ink, but it's because I'm just wanting to go through, like I said, as many things as I possibly can during this 2 hours without messing Tracy's counters up, dearie me. Let me just make sure I move those across there. Now, can you see again, look how beautiful that sparkle is. It is absolutely amazing. And then the faux bleaching one, you can go in with water. So I'm just going to splash now, and I've got my water with my paintbrush. I'm going to go in there. This is when you don't want a damp brush. This is when you want actual water, and give it a good old splatter all over. And because it is water-based, what else you can do, and I'll do it with my little brush, but you can go on and you can lift. And when I say lift, you need a bit of tissue paper. This is why I say use your cheapest chips tissue paper. Don't be using your Blitz. Keep that for the posh stuff. You don't want to be using that just willy-nilly on this kind of stuff. Just your cheapest chips one. And again, you can keep going until you lift off the desired effect that you want. And I'm going to go in again. because obviously this is a black at the top, but you can see it lifting and creating this atmospheric, and it really is atmospheric, but it's just beautiful. Go on until you've got your desired effect. And I absolutely love doing this. I'm going to splatter a little bit more down there because I've let it dry and I want to lift it.
Best thing about this sort of technique, and we always chat, isn't it, about creating unique backgrounds each and every
bespoke
time.
backgrounds, yeah, every single time, Ben. That is so true. And like you can see, the more I'm putting down, the more it's lifting. You can see it coming together. Obviously, I've got all the rest on there, so I'm going to just layer that down. I'm not going to waste my tissue.
The other great thing about this as well is this is the kind of thing that looks amazing, but you don't need to be like expert level crafter to do this, do you? You know what I mean? It's so accessible.
Not at all. So accessible. And you can keep on going, Debbie.
Yeah.
You can keep on going in until you're happy, and you're happy with the effect that you've got. I love what it does and creates on that black. With the clear overlay and the effect that it's created. Yeah. But doesn't it look beautiful? And I'll just lift that off, because the longer you leave it, the longer it sucks the ink up. But can you see that beautiful water base one now? Because this again is that water base, and even on the darker colours it'll still lift. That's a lovely now atmospheric in the sky kind of look that you've got. But two different looks with those, and that's just with the pens that you're getting. That's using your clear overlay. I love the clear. I'm not going to lie, Ben, I always love to use my clear overlay to create that full bleaching technique. Yeah. But you can create lots of lovely little things like this, including, you know, and to be fair, you can make your backgrounds, chop into them, cut into them, get your die cuts, your flowers, your butterflies, all the different kind of things that you want to create. There's tons of things that you may already have got in your crafty stash that you can be thinking, how can I use that? Do I just want it as a background? Or, and I'll show you the one, I used some silhouette. Love it. And that's how I used it to create. I didn't put my moon in this time, but just use your silhouette dyes. You know how gorgeous the flower meadow flower ones that we had, those dyes? Yeah. That's all that was added on there. I was saying the one previously made with the moon would look perfect with some of like the stag dyes that we've got in the woodland themes to be able to create that sort of background. Absolutely. So that's just a couple of things that you can do with your sparkle pens. And I'm just going to have a little clear up because I'll show you what you can do with your glitter markers as well. If I may, Producer Jamie, if I may. He has granted you permission to have a clear up. I've got some questions which I'll ask Debbie in just a few moments' time, but loads of you oohing and ahhing on the socials about the collections that we've got. Lots of you, I forgot that we'd offered that up. A lot of you saying that you want to see Tyne as well. We'll definitely do that, maybe towards the end of the show. Is she asleep? Oh, she's awake. She's chilling. Oh, I've got a photo. I'll have a look in a minute. Suzanne Dawn just says, wow, I am so happy that I've caught today's show. By the way, if you're wowing now, wait, this is just like the warm-up, right, for what's to come, because there's some amazing demos still to come. Rosalind says, I've used my test papers for sentiments and decorations on cards. And Eleanor said that last background looked like a moon. Absolutely. And the brilliant thing is, as we said, is you don't need to have, you know, anyone can do what Debbie's just done. Like with the correct kind of sort of tutorials you've seen there, you can achieve these kind of backgrounds, and it's so much fun to do. And each and every time, you will get something completely different. The glitter and sparkle starter set is definitely the one to go for if you just want to kind of get your foot in the door, really, because you're going to get your set of your clear overlay sparkle pens, which, as we've already discussed, are fantastic, which you're going to be popping over all of the different colours that you've already got within your crafty stash. You've got your tint and tone, which Debbie used just a few moments ago there to create that gorgeous background. So you've got your starry sky in there, you've got that onyx black, and once again that clear overlay. So you've got plenty of sparkle as far as your sparkle pens are concerned. Then with your glitter pens, you've got, again, 6 pens to be working with here. Your Cool Elements collection you're going to get. So you've got your Moonlit Silver, Carbon, Jade Aqua, Cool Blue, your Midnight Frost, and your Frozen Lake. And then, of course, we give you everything that you need to be crafting with. So watercolor cardstock, 15 sheets there. You've got your waterproof ink pad as well in the Noir Black. 16 sheets if you need a cardstock. We've had a couple of questions about the cardstock, which we'll tackle in just a few moments' time. And then you're also going to get a lovely selection of stamps. So you've got your Stars and Celebrations, 12 there. And then you've also got your delightful butterflies from the Resist stamp collection. But again, do you know what? You can use those in so many different ways, which is just brilliant. £41.59 for that
full collection. $55.99 is your platinum price if you want to go for that one and you're shopping in the US and your platinum. If, however, you're sold on the idea of sparkle, you want to bring a bit of sparkle into your life, you might want to go for this collection, which is your Glitter and Sparkle 27 Mega collection, where you're getting 12 glitter pens. Yes, Jamie, mega! 12 glitter pens and 15 sparkle pens. So your sparkle pens are here. So these are all the colours that you're going to get. You're going to get your clear overlay pens, 3 of those. So again, you're already quids in here because of course you can add those to all of the colours that you've already got at home. You've got your antique vintage as well, which is your fig, your peacock and your macaroon. You've got your essential brights in the blue, the pink garnet and that firefly. Then you've got your earthy naturals, holly leaf, smoke quartz and your harvest moon. And then in the tint and tone, which you get in the starter collection actually, as we've seen, you get your crystal clear, your starry sky and your onyx blue. So that's all in the sparkle pens. And then we also give you all of these gorgeous colours in the glitter pens as well. I've got to tell you, the neon lights I think are my favourite when it comes to those. I just love those colours. Takes you back to the 80s, doesn't it, hey? Oh dear. So 6 of those colours that you've got in the neon lights, and then you've got 6 more in the cool elements as well. So it's a really great way to add that sparkle, add that glitter to your makes, and you're getting a £22, $30 saving on that today. £52.79 or $70.39. Just before we go back to the demos and ask your questions as well, let's just quickly show you something which has proved very popular over the last few days. This was on Cartload on Thursday. It's still available for you right now. The deal of the day on Friday, as far as I'm concerned, and it's still one of the deals that we've got for you here, which you need to snap up and buy, our mixed card stock, right, where you get 24 sheets. You've got 12 sheets of that sort of pearlized finish, double-sided. You've got it in the gold, in the silver, and in the rose gold. And then also in each of the pads, you get 12 sheets, if you love sparkle, of your gorgeous glitter cardstock. It's the only cardstock that we do in the 12x12 as far as the glitter's concerned. And also the amazing thing about our glitter cardstock is, of course, it's encapsulated. So again, if you don't like getting messy, if you don't like the feel of glitter, then this is the way to go. £15.99, you're thinking, well, that's good for one pad, isn't it? At $18.36. We're giving you one, aren't we? We're giving you 2. Because you're also going to get the rose gold as well. Again, 12 sheets of your double-sided sort of pearlized cardstock, and then you've got 12 sheets of that gorgeous glitter cardstock included too. You're thinking $15.99 for 2 or $18.36. That's amazing. But we're going to give you another pad as well for $15.99.
Have we got this right?
Well, I'm only doing what I'm told.
Because that's like buy one, get 2 free.
I know.
And if you're in that platinum club price, because that did you not see my face then when I was looking at it? I thought, oh, that's a good price. That's all right, $15.99 for one.
Exactly right.
But again, I didn't realise. And do you know this deal was on yesterday? And I really apologise, but I did not. I must have had my blinkers on yesterday, getting ready in between shows, because I didn't see that deal. No wonder that is proving to be incredibly popular. That is beautiful pearlescent cardstock with encapsulated glitter stock in 12x12. Work that out per sheet. We'll have to get Jamie onto that, because how many sheets are in each one? 24,
72 sheets. 72 sheets you're going to get.
72 sheets.
Yeah. Divided
by, let's go with the $19.99 price, not the platinum price.
There we go.
What does that work out?
All right, Carol Vorderman over there. Hang on a minute.
That's amazing, Ben. I just want you to see the value.
What is it?
Per sheet. Per sheet. We're going with a per sheet, this is Jamie. Honestly, this is an amazing deal. I cannot believe I've just seen this deal.
27p.
Right 27p for a 12x12 double-sided pearlescent, or a 12x12 encapsulated glitter card. Bonkers.
Jinx!
Oh, did you say that too?
I said it exactly the same time.
It's bonkers, it absolutely is.
Honestly, because this was on Cartload and Jamie brought it back on Friday, and I was the same as you. When I saw this deal initially, it was one of those, is that actually right, $15.99? That's got to be for one, surely. But no, it's all 3. So get this whilst we've still got it. If you haven't picked this up yet, Get it now, because it's the deal of the last 3 days. Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
Amazing.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow, wow.
Wow. Lynn says we definitely need to see Tyne live on the show. I'll go and get her in a minute.
No.
I'll go and get her in a minute. Should we do some quick questions, though, before we go
Yes.
back? So, Sensational Sky. Oh, that's Jotty. I was telling you about Jotty earlier on, who
Yes.
was our new Monday Maker Craft ambassador.
Yes, yes.
Such a lovely, lovely lady. We had a lovely chat on Monday. She says, 2 questions. Which cardstock is best for making the card base? And also, what is the Nina card?
Right, so I'll always recommend a water-based product like our Aqua pencils that are activated water, our sparkle pens and our glitter markers. Anything water-based, I will always say to you, to get the best optimum results, a watercolour cardstock is the best one, and I would use that for the bases of any of my backgrounds, any of the stampings, because you'll get more movement with it as well, which I absolutely love, plus a different kind of texture to what you would do with the Nina. Nina cardstock is an ultra smooth cardstock, and it is absolutely perfect, and we'll talk about it as in the optimum results when it comes to alcohol marker colouring. But I want you to take the alcohol out of the equation for a second. Not the alcohol markers.
Yeah.
You could have done with that last night.
Wish I could take the alcohol out of the equation, tell you what. Anyway, carry on.
The super... Drop you right in it then. Take the alcohol marker out of the equation for a minute. This is super smooth paper that we put in there, and I said paper. It's can you just remind me of the GSM with the Nina? Because
216.
Thank you, 216. So it's not your heavyweight cardstock. It's not your lightweight paper, and when I say lightweight, I don't mean like lightweight as in lightweight. I just mean a lighter GSM. But it's a super smooth one, which you can still do all of these techniques with. When I come to do the shaving foam, I'm going to do it with a bit of Nina card. You can still get the kind of looks that you want, but it's a different kind of look. The watercolour cardstock has got the grain in it, it's got the groove in it, it's got the tooth in it. The tooth. But you will get a lovely result, a beautiful optimum result with a watercolour cardstock, which is why we always say, and why we'll always say to you, which is why we always put it in with our deals, when we're putting deals together, we'll always say you've got to have your watercolour cardstock in there. But we're giving you 2 options, so you can try both. Yeah. And if you don't like it on the look of the super smooth Nina, save that for your alcohol colouring. But you will get different looks, you'll still be able to use it on there.
Tell you what, we'll do 2 questions here, then we're going to take a short little break, give you a chance to check out your baskets, and then we'll get full steam ahead with the demos, because I know there's so much to come, and I can't believe we're nearly an hour in. So Terry wants to know, when doing the faux bleach with water, will water that was used to clean the brush leave behind that colour, or should clean water be used only?
No, so I've used... I'm so sorry, but no, the answer to that is no, it will still lift. It's just that my brush is in there with the colour black, and I still used it on top of there. You don't need to keep using clean water. No, so the answer to that is no, definitely not. If it gets like beyond murky, like thick, gloopy, you know what I mean, like all the different colours under the sun, then try some clean water. But you don't have to keep going back in, changing your water every time you use your No, not at all. As you can see with mine there. Just make sure I don't drink that, Ben, because I know what I'm like. I probably think it's cherry Pepsi Max, and it's not.
Who was it who did that before?
Me.
Oh, it was you. I think it was you.
It was me,
I don't know why I asked that question. And one more question for now. Keep getting these in, by the way, because these are all great. Tim C says, can you use the glitter and sparkle pens over the classiques and/or your colour blend crayons?
So the glitter and sparkle. So pens over the what? Sorry.
Over the classics and the colour blend crayons.
The clear overlay I would do. I wouldn't use the colour because there would be no point. No. You would be colouring colour over colour. So for me, the clear overlay, yes. Yeah.
If you want to add sparkle to anything else,
yes.
Clear overlay.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Listen, we are going to take a really short break. I'll tell you what, because so many of you want to go and see Tyne, I'm going to run around the corner. I'll get the dog, bring the dog back here. We'll see the dog. We'll go, oh, really cute. She might not want to come in here. But if she does, and then once we've done that, we'll crack on with some more amazing demos with Debbie. So head to the checkouts. We'll be back in about 2 or 3 minutes' time, and we'll have cute dogs and amazing demos.
had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you, and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
Make light work of intricate and delicate die-cutting designs with the Pokey Tool from Crafter's Companion. An absolute essential part of any paper crafter's kit, its precise tip has been designed to release the tiniest pieces to reveal your finished results with absolute precision. And to make sure your finished project is perfect, each Pokey Tool has a rubber tip protector, so there's no risk of damaging your die-cutting design or yourself. The Crafter's Companion Pokey Tool is such an essential craft item, we've included 2 in each set.
Quick Buy, get yours now.
What's that time? You really enjoying Colour Me Happy? I know it's great, isn't it? It's great. What do you want to see next? I want to see Debbie do some more. I want to see Debbie do some more demos, do you? Isn't she cute? Look, his little tiny whiny.
She's beyond super cute. She gave me a right old little lick earlier.
So lovely.
She's just beautiful. Look at her.
Alex, she wants to go. You want to go back now to your? Yeah, we'll take you back to mummy now, won't we? We'll take you back to mummy.
Look at her.
There you go. Oh, she's giving me a hug. What are you going to show us next, Debbie?
I'm going to show you the pens. I'm going to talk about the glitter marker pens because I've shown you how to prime them. I've shown you the things that you can do with the sparkle pens in terms of your ombre effects and your faux bleaching. But I want to show you these pens as well because these are fabulous. And I did say they're a different, a completely different product. They still offer you a glitter, they still offer you a sparkle, but because they're a nib, it means that you can do lots of things from colouring, and I will do a little stamp up to that in a moment. I am going to also show you a little booklet of all the different kind of techniques, and we're going to try and cram in as many as we can in this next hour and a bit. But these pens are absolutely beautiful from terms of colouring. So let me just, I'm going to grab one of these stamps that we've got on. I think this is the I Believe in Magic stamp, this one, Ben. Yeah. And I'm just going to bring in my stamping platform. I think I might use my rocker block. I think my hand's all right today. You what, love?
Yeah, the unicorn.
The unicorn, yes, it's
magic,
a lovely
yeah.
one, this. I've lost my stamping platform. Oh, I haven't. It's because I've loaded it up with another stamp. Let's just move that out to the side for a second. Because this is just beautiful for colouring purposes. Let's go in because, again, you've got the right ink pad, Ben.
Yeah.
With our waterproof one, you will get where it stains the stamp. It doesn't affect the stamp, but it will stain the stamp. Okay. Because it's a permanent ink.
Right. Oh yes.
So, because it's yes. If you look at it in terms of how it doesn't, bleed when you're using a water-based product, it's a permanent ink, so it does stain. But please don't think. So that's why the whole my little unicorn. You can see we well love it because we use it a lot here. But it's just to show you. Oh, I've not put paper card. Would have to put cardstock down, Debbie. It will stain your stamp, but it does not affect the performance of your stamp.
Gotcha.
Just so you're aware of that.
It almost makes the outline of the stamp more seeable, doesn't it?
Yes, absolutely. I'm just going to move it across because normally...
More visible.
More visible. Seeable. I think you're doing a Debbieism there.
I think I did.
Making me own words. Oh, I came up with a beauty yesterday.
Oh, yeah? What was it?
A flopper stopper. A flopper stopper on my easel card. I was wanting to say a topper stopper, but flopper stopper came out. I actually quite like it, and I think I might use it again, Ben. I think it might just catch on.
A flopper stopper?
A flopper stopper, yeah. Do you know, to stop your easel from flopping over?
Yeah.
And that's what we're trying to say, to stop it from flopping over.
I like
and that
it.
came out. Honest to God, I just sometimes to not think before I open mouth, really not at all. Now, these are beautiful stamps in themselves, but these pens mean that you can do lovely colouring with it. And again, let's have a think. What colour shall we go with? Well, this is what you're getting in your starter kit.
Yeah.
But the neon lights, I have to agree with you, Ben, both equally beautiful. So let's do a spot of both. Again, because they've been sat laying down there, I'm just going to open them up. And because you've got this precise nib, it means that you can go in and you can colour and you can get into all those fine line details. And they're honestly, absolutely beautiful pens that you can work with that create the most amazing sparkle.
Yeah.
I adore these. I remember launching these. Leanne, God love her, let me loose with them because she knows how much I love sparkle. She knows how much I love colouring. And anything that can offer me more than one thing, perfect.
Yeah.
So honestly, adore them.
I just remember when one of the very first shows I had these actually back over in the old studios, and there was just the chat was, you know what, for the price that they are, even if you were just getting these to do a bit of writing with, or writing your Christmas cards or your tags and stuff, they're worth it for that price alone.
Absolutely.
But the fact that you can use them to create some gorgeous images with.
And you really can. Now, I'm just going to do a spot of colour in here. I'm not going to fully colour it all in, but I'm going to show you again, that's because it's water-based, the kind of things that you can do with it as well. I'll mix a couple of the colours up because I do love these.
This collection's a good one to go for as well, isn't it, with the glitter markers? You've got unicorns in here, you've got fairies, there's mermaids.
Lovely images.
The sparkle.
Lovely images that our Sharon did for us. She designed the stamps for these.
Who did?
Sharon Callis. She designed the stamps.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so Sharon designed the stamps for these. Again, lovely stamps, lovely images.
Yeah.
Sharon tends to know what we want, as obviously being a very talented, multi-talented crafter that she is.
Yeah.
So yes, she designed these stamps.
Ah.
Yeah, did you not know that?
I didn't, and I've had these stamps on many a show, and that's the first time I've ever heard that.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure it was, because if I remember rightly, I'm sure I haven't gone doolally and just made that up, but I'm pretty sure that's right. Just going back to when they were first launched, that's all, because I was involved in that launch show. Right, so that's one of the colours, and I'll show you closely in a minute, but I'm going to go into those neon lights, because these,
Yes, they're beautiful.
What shall we have? What colour shall we have with the blue?
Pink.
Pink? Okay, then, pink. That was our lovely Charlotte. Very quick off the mark there, did you?
She was very
Charlotte?
quick off the mark.
Pink. But again, when you've not used them for a while, you just need to pump that, give it a good shake, gently, just a little pumping action to get it moving. If it dries up or you notice it's starting to scratch your cardstock, it just means it needs a bit more ink flowing through, and you give it a little pump.
Oh.
Doing it again, little pump.
Such a funny word, that.
I know it is.
Pump.
Pump it up. It's the way I say it.
You gotta pump it up. Can I just say, they are definitely Sharon, says Rachel on the socials. She says, I was still on DT when they launched, so I worked with them. So yeah. Well, how did I never know that? I must have had these on, I don't know, 20 times on shows over the last 2 years, and that's the first time I've heard it.
See, for once, Debbie's got something right.
By the way, lots of people love your flopper stopper as well.
Oh dear, honestly.
That's trending, I think, on Twitter now.
Well, yes.
Hashtag flopper stopper. you always need a good flopper stopper, don't you?
Oh dear. Oh, God.
I've missed you, Debbie.
Oh, I missed you, Ben. I have. I've missed you too.
I feel like we don't get enough shows together
They
anymore.
never give us enough anymore. I don't know why, Ben. I don't know why. Do you think they're trying to tell us something?
I don't know.
But can you see, look at that beautiful sparkle.
Yeah.
This is what I love about these pens, but what I also love about these pens is they're water-based. So I'm going to bring in another piece for a second, and I'm going to use some different colours. Let's go in with the we'll go like a turquoisey. Let's go in with the orange, the yellow, bit of green. I'm going to use a few of these. Good old shake. Give it a good old little shake up. Yep.
All at the same time.
All at the same time. Perfect. Whew, gosh, it's a right workout in here
Tell you what, you get a
sometimes.
good workout with these. You get the gym membership, do you? Wow.
Now, I am literally going to splatter, bit of splatter. You don't get the sound effects with your pens. This is just Debbie's way of just showing you roughly what you can do with them.
Yep.
Pop them down and just give it a good old Some getting more splatter than others.
You are.
But a nice little mix of colour. Now these are water-based, so
Spritz
it means spritz. And you can spritz over the top and watch the magic
Ooh, it's like a fireworks
in front
display.
of your eyes as it happens. And honestly, not only have you got a pen that colours beautifully, you've then got a pen that offers you, and I'll give it a little dry.
Look how it's still moving.
Oh, it's still moving. Yeah, it'll still move. It's water-based.
I know, but I'm just saying, look at it.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at
Phenomenal.
that. You can chase it around with your heat guns as well.
Oh, yeah.
With your heat tools, you can chase it around. You can use things like straws. I love doing the straw technique.
What?
Blow down your straw and move it. If I've got a straw with me, actually, I've left it in the blinking house. I had a straw last night, but I didn't use it because I was going to use it today
I've
with
never
my
done that.
sparkles.
Like,
I love the yeah, you simply pop down your ink, and you can do this with your, and I'll show you in a minute with the sparkle pens. We'll go back to those as well.
Yeah.
But you just pop your sparkle ink down onto your thing and then blow. Blow through your straw. Don't suck. Blow.
No.
And if we can find a straw in here, I'll try it. I will try it. I normally carry one with me, Ben.
I might go.
but,
Will there be one in the cafe, do you think?
that's what I thought, but I had a look this morning because I really annoyed at myself for forgetting it at the house. It's my own fault.
Well.
Actually, I wonder if it's in my bag. Might have a little look in a minute. But just give this a little tiny dry.
My favourite comment of the day so far has just come in from Suzanne, who says, "Blooming heck! I never realised you could do that. That's fab.
yeah.
Blooming heck."
Absolutely. So you've got a pen that offers you colouring in.
Yeah.
Offers you things like not throwing them away, where you can.
I love. Yay.
But of course I do. Of course I do. I'm just messing here, right? Honestly, you can draw with them. So if you love your writing, perfect. You love your colouring, perfect. You love your backgrounds.
Yes.
Because it's a water-based colour. That means afterwards, if I coloured that lovely unicorn in fully, I could then go and cut around that, fussy cut around that, pop it onto my background, and I've got myself a lovely little card there as well. And the lovely thing as well, and if I go in with that grey, let me bring in the grey just to show you for a second. Let's pump this up because I don't think I've used this one. In fact, Debbie, you haven't. Just pop that down for a second. You can go in with your fine brush, little bit of water again. I'll use a bit of clean though now. Or to be fair, actually, you've got your clear overlay.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Here we
So
go.
we're going to go in and I'm going to lay down a little bit under his belly. Let's pop a bit under his belly. Because you've got this, and remember this is a water-based product, it means you can draw it out. So you can draw out the colour and then you can do all your shading. And it really is, you can make, do you know if you love colouring but you don't like all the faff and you think it takes a long time and those kind of things? Well, not with these. And because they're water-based, let's go in underneath his little legs, let's go underneath there, let's go down his back, scribble a little bit down because I can always draw it out. I'm not worrying too much with these because I can just go in and draw out that colour and add more to it. What I wouldn't do is go in while it's still wet. I would wait till it's dry and then draw that out and add to so that you can add your dimension to your project. Yeah. But again, lovely way of colouring. And because they're water-based, it does mean that you can continue to get those desired effects that you are normally, and you can see how easy that was to do. Yeah. So again, just showing you different things that you can do. And don't forget, these are coming in your starter kits, along with those clear overlays, along with the cardstock, along with the ink. Other thing that you need to do then is create your, get you some stamps. Yeah. You can also do, and don't forget you've got all those gorgeous colours in there, you could do that with that background one from that starter kit as well. And where you've created this, it is just absolutely beautiful. Look at the sparkles still on there. Even though it's from a pen, from a glitter pen, I've created a background, and you can see where I did the splatter technique. It's still got the most glitter, but then it's dispersed that glitter, dispersed that ink, and creates the most amazing backgrounds. That's why each one of these, and why we've popped in for you, why we've put them into the bundle, why you've got those gorgeous pens, why you've got those gorgeous sparkle pens, and I'm only just warming up, Ben, and I'm telling you, I'm going to show you a lot more things that you can do with your fabulous, no matter which one you go for. Perhaps it's the first time and you've been a little bit scared of sparkle, colour, inks, pens. Get that starter kit I can promise you, you'll absolutely have the time of your life. The
Yeah.
stuff that you can do with it is just amazing. So I'm going to get away ready for the next one because I'm going to show you some other things that you can do
See if
with
you can
both
find that
these
straw.
and the others. I'm going to see if I can find the straw, and I'm sorry, Jamie, because I've kind of went a little bit off-piste.
That's not like you.
And it's not like me. So, I'm ever so sorry, Jamie. I did say to you once you get used to me, I'm not like the others. I'm not like the others. I am a little bit unique. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. You don't want me all the time. Let's just put it that way. But honestly, just some fabulous things that you can do with them. Great products from Spectrum North. From Leanne's baby, it's just grown. It grew from a concept of an alcohol pen, and it's grown into such a great big part of Crafter's Companion with some amazing things that you can do with these pens and these glitter markers. They're just absolutely sensational. Get hold of them while you can.
Just having a quick look at Jamie's plan for the show. Yeah. Let's just quickly show you. By the way, if you wanted to go for the unicorn, that is in a stamp set that we've got on the show. The pens, though, so there's lots of different ways to buy them. There's the 27-piece mega collection. If you break that down into the 2 smaller bundles, this is what you can get. So your glitter marker 12 pen selection is those 12 colours there. Those are the 12 colours that you'll get in that 27 pen mega collection alongside your 15 sparkle pens, which you can also get individually. Obviously, the best value for money is to go for the mega collection. However, if you just decide, well, you know what, I just want to try what Debbie's just done then. I want to, go for the glitter pens on their own, the glitter markers. This is the way to go. So you'll get all of those 12 pens for £15.19 or $21.59. That's in the neon lights. And then also in the cool elements as well. So all 12 colours for you right there. If you decide that you want to go for all of them, it's the 27-piece mega collection where you get the 15 sparkle pens added in there too, which I showed you earlier on. So that's the 27-piece mega collection. Which, of course, you're going to get your clear overlay sparkle pens, you're going to get your antique vintage, you're going to get your essential brights and your earthy naturals and your tint and tones. And then, of course, if you just want to get those on their own, you've got the abilities to do that as well. It depends how you want to go on it, really. It depends where your budget is, but there's lots of different ways to buy. Get those on their own, get those on their own, or get them all together. If you want to get them all together, it's that deal that's on the screen right there, £52.79 or $70.39. Right, we are going to have a quick look at the floral outline stamps for you. And again, these are phenomenal, price-wise amazing, but also a lovely collection to get colouring with, a lovely collection to add a bit of sparkle to, but also really nice if you do like, to create the backgrounds that we've just seen with Debbie, just to be stamping these onto, creating these amazing backgrounds and just stamping these gorgeous florals onto them. It's an amazing price today, by the way, 45% saving, less another 20% if you're platinum, £11.98 or $16.68, where you're going to receive all of these florals right here, 33 stamps in total. You've got your Divine Roses, you've got the beautiful, this is tough on a Sunday, the Radiant Ranunculus. You've got your beautiful delicate blossoms. They all come with a lovely collection of sentiments for you as well. And then you've got your proud poppies in there too. So, if you want to stamp these out, fussy cut them, layer them up, you can do. I love the idea as well, though, of just, stamping these out in black on some of your own backgrounds that potentially you've created with your sparkle pens or your glitter markers. Really super versatile collection for that price. 33 stamps in total that you're going to get right there. We're going to go back to Debbie, I think, who's got some more demonstrations.
I have.
I saw you just holding up your the background.
I have. I've got my little background swatch here that I know a lot of us do because we want to show you the different things that they can do. So I'm going to show you a few things on here, and then we're going to put some of these into practice so you can see what you can do with it. We started the show with doing the lovely colour ombre. Please excuse the water. I've dropped a bit of water on it, Ben.
Oh, well, never mind.
I know. A lovely splodge technique that you can do. And this, if I just pop this, in fact, let me get that way so it's easier for me to turn. For this one, it is just literally using mixed colours. So you know I said about having on your mat, you can mix them onto your glass mat and pick them up. I'll show you that one in a moment. This is a lovely salt technique. I'll try and get a salt technique in for you as well. And again, a lovely faux bleach technique, which we've already covered. And you can, don't forget, clear overlay pen in your collection. You can create that faux bleach technique really beautifully with your clear overlay. I love this one. I think I might try this one. Use your watermark translucent clear ink to stamp your image on, let it dry, and then do a colour wash over it.
Okay.
So I think I might attempt to do one of those as well. Of course, you can do things like with your embossing folders. Thank you very much. Debbie couldn't remember there.
Ooh,
where you can use into your embossing folders and then ink with them. So a bit like a letterpress technique that we do with inks, you can also do with your pens as well. You can stamp with pens. I'm going to show you this technique because this is an amazing one. You can colour a stamp in and stamp with it. And we call it a little bit of the hoof technique.
Oh, yes.
Yes. And then with that same stamp, you can then do the spritz technique and create this gorgeous, almost abstract, lovely effect with it as well. Of course, then you can stamp with your, a bit like you last night.
You weren't even there. You don't know.
Stamp with your stamps. Colour with your stamps. I'm sorry. Stamp with your colours. Wait a minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stamp with your colours, and then draw it out and get a lovely technique as well. So we'll try and cover that one. Heat resist technique. I love. If I get a minute to do the. Literally, this is just beautiful. This one, Jamie, is because he's asking in me. This is clear embossing powder. Using your translucent clear with your white embossing powder and create a lovely technique. And you can do it with clear as well. You'll just get a different look. And it's called the resist technique, Jamie. So it bounces off the stamped image and just creates this lovely wash. So if we get time to do that, I'll cover that one as well. Your drawing gum technique. So you can actually splatter drawing gum down and then let your drawing gum dry, pop your wash over the top, then take your drawing gum off. And that's what that technique is. Again, lovely effect.
Oh, wow.
And of course, then you can use your backgrounds, pop them into your embossing folders, take your gilding waxes. Another little bit of a...
Just salt?
No, it's actually just splodging again. Scribbling onto a glass mat, spritz in with water, lay your... In fact...
Oh, here she goes.
Here we go.
Off-piste again.
Let's just go in off-piste. I'll bring in some more colours. We've got loads of colours on the show. I'm just going to show you the
quick
kind
question,
of effect.
whilst you're shaking. Becky says, Debbie, can you put the clear sparkle into a mister and then add water to it?
Oh, absolutely you can. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, absolutely. Pop some of that in there, drop a few drops, put a little bit of water, and you've got yourself a very, it'll be a very subtle
Fine, yeah.
spritz. But yes, absolutely you can.
Great question.
Great, thank you, because I completely forgot about that. So thank you for sharing with us that little snippet there, because that's amazing. I'm just dropping loads of colours down on here, Ben. Literally. Normally you'd do it with your waste ink. Do you know, like I've had a bit of waste ink?
Yeah.
But I'm just splodging a little bit onto my glass mats. I'm then going to take my spritzer. So I'm going to do a little bit of a spritz.
Okay.
So you're mixing it around again.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go in. I'll go in with a little bit of the watercolour cardstock again. And then you can just lay it down or do a little splodge technique.
Oh, cool.
And it really is a beautiful technique. And you can create lots of different looks. And lots of lovely lay down of your colour straight away and keep going in there until you're happy. Keep going over it, you get different effects.
Twist and splodge.
Honestly, yeah, just splodge. Splodge. And then dry that off, and I'll give it a little dry again. And you'll see, and it doesn't take long to, to dry at all, really. You can let them dry naturally. Obviously, the nature of watercolour cardstock, you get this lovely, like a bow effect. However, you straighten it with your fingers. But look, oh, I love. And look, can you see it's flattening itself out now?
Yeah.
I tend to dry on both sides to flatten it out. So to get the, and I'll just pop that down. You can create that just by going back over and forth on both sides.
Do you tend to have days then where you'll do lots of these sort of techniques and make a load of backgrounds and then store them away?
Absolutely. I store them all the time. You'll see it's size of mine. Size of my box. That's the word I was looking for. Size of my box with all my little bits in. That does sound right, doesn't it? Does that sound right?
Yeah.
I know what I mean. But look, Ben, look at that. How gorgeous does that look? And you can see the vein running through with that lovely sparkle, but the sparkle's all over. How gorgeous is that? Of course, this... Oh, I can see it all over. Oh, I'll just get a little clean. You can do it with... Look at clean my mats. It's gone onto my counter. It's gone onto my counter. Not to worry. It'll be all clear before next show, I promise.
Tracy won't mind.
She'll not mind. You could do it with your... you could do the same thing with your craft mats.
Okay.
And you could do exactly the same. So we'll put the same colours down. Let's just pop a few colours down.
But this is going to give you a slightly different end product, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. And of course you can add different colours in there. I'll use the same kind of colours though, and just pop those down, because it's a different surface. Your craft mat is a different surface to your glass mat.
Yeah.
So what happens is it kind of it doesn't disperse as much. Can you see?
Yeah.
On the glass mat, it dispersed a lot more. It spread out a little bit more. But not to say that you can't do the same kind of technique. You just get a different look. And again, I'm just going to go in and just pick up. And I've still got loads of ink, still loads, and pop that down. Lovely background there. Go back, well, I have to cut myself some more paper in a minute, Ben, because I'm kind of running out. But just lay it down on, just lay it down, pop it over, pick it up, you get a different look. And I'm not going to waste a little bit of any of that ink. I'm just going to pick it all up. I've actually got gilding flakes on here, so I might be getting a little bit more than what I bargained for. But you can then do a little bit of a spritz as well with it as well, and move it around a little bit more, or do your splattering. But out of that little bit of ink that I just squiddled onto there, I've got a couple of different effects.
Really different, yeah.
And you can go in again with, and I'll just move that out of the way for a second. I'll wipe that up in a minute. Uh-oh.
Oh, hello.
I did say those gilding flakes, I love them, but I didn't clean me mat when I used it last time, Ben.
You look like you've been having a lot of fun. That's the main thing.
Well, that's the thing. I do have a lot of fun when I'm creating backgrounds. But this is not a glitter. This is a sparkle show, not a gilding flake show. So let's get rid of all of those. But yeah, you can go on too, and I'll just do this with literally. Shall I? Yeah, I'll use the same colours. I've got them out.
Okay.
Might as well.
Shannon says, can you use the sparkle pens in an airbrush gun?
I've not used an airbrush gun.
No.
Brush.
Gun.
I've not used an airbrush gun. I don't know how they work. I'm not going to lie. So I wouldn't be able. And I did say I'd be totally honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't know how an airbrush gun works. So is that where you have to put ink into? Am I thinking, is that the right thing there?
Yeah, like ones that have got little cartridges, and then you just press the trigger and then it just blows the ink out.
Right, okay. Again, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm just popping that on too. Oh God, I've squeezed a little bit out more than I wanted there. However, let's not worry. Just a few little drops out of your pens. Get your spritzer again, and this is onto dry cardstock. And then watch the magic happen. And you can start to spread and disperse with your spritzers. And how lovely does that look? That's just a gorgeous, and you can move it again. I've still got some movement on there. You can tip up, you can move it around. If you want to disperse it a bit more, add a little bit more onto there. With that same thing, and I'm going to leave that to dry naturally again. My counter's absolutely getting caked in it now. There is a load on, there's loads on there. I'm going to just dab that up there for a second. But you can go on and spritz your water down first. You can see where I've had some of the leftover ink. Right. You can then just drop. So that's onto wet card. So just leave it onto dry. This is onto wet.
It's like a crafty fire.
So honestly, two different looks altogether. Same kind of technique, but just onto a different like wet surface and dry surface. I do love the wet surface, I'm not going to lie. I think you get a different look altogether, and I'll show you that in a second when I dry both of those off. So again, I'm just flickering, and I've literally just tapping the top of my pen. I did say I will end up getting it on my dress, didn't I?
Have you got it on yourself?
I'm always getting it on myself, always. And I'm just going to dry those off. If you've got a bit of pool of water, you can actually just dab it on. I personally prefer to do let it dry naturally. I don't tend to force it. I just have a sheet down on my craft room floor, and I put them on there and let them dry naturally. True story.
A sheet on the floor?
A sheet on my floor. I've got like a ground sheet.
Right.
So I don't want to stain my carpet, do I? I haven't got
No.
wooden flooring up there or lino or anything like that. So I don't want to stain my carpet, so I put a ground sheet down.
You haven't like stapled sheets all over the
No,
walls as well, have you,
no,
just in
no,
case?
I'd end up with drips
No.
everywhere. No, that's not going to happen. But no, so can you see the difference? That's onto the wet technique. So wet your paper first, splatter down. Lovely, lovely technique. How gorgeous does that look? Just going to carry on drying that out.
Shannon, who asked about the airbrush, says, yes, Debbie, my airbrush gun was for tanning. Lol. I never use it anymore, so I was thinking of putting some sparkle ink in it with water. What, to spray on yourself?
So,
Well, you could try it.
yes, absolutely you could, but I probably would use, if you've got because we do sparkle pots, we do like a pot of
Yeah, oh
ink.
yes, the bigger
So
pot.
if you wanted to do that, I'd save your pens. Your pens are perfect for colouring, for brush lettering, for little techniques like this. The pots will do. I mean, the difference between a pen and a pot is that there's 4 times more liquid ink in the pots than
Yeah.
there is in the pen.
Yeah.
That's the difference. They're the same proprietary ink in there, they're the same sparkle in there, that same ultrafine sparkle that's in there, and it is ultrafine, like minuscule particles of glitter in there.
Yeah.
It's lovely shimmery into there, and it really is absolutely beautiful.
Quick non-crafty question for you, Shannon. What do you do with the tanning gun then? You just spray it yourself, do you?
Yeah, it's like a little gun, isn't it, the spray tan?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's our rule, no, because that's what she got dosed up with every week on Strictly, didn't she?
Oh.
So, yeah, but yeah, you could do that. So both splatter techniques, one on dry card spritzed, one on wet card spritzed, same colours, different looks.
Yeah,
so
amazing.
again, it's all about having a little play. You've seen the splodge and the waist splodge and the
wow.
waist splodge. We've got loads of backgrounds there. Bearing in mind, these are pens. These are perfect for all your colouring. I've got a little bit of clearing up to do,
Yeah.
so I might need a couple of minutes before we move on to the next thing that I'm going to show you as well.
I can give you a couple of minutes. How great is this show? Seriously, loving the Colour Me Happy show today. Loads of great hints and techniques. Shannon says, no, Ben, lol. As in, no, you're not going to spray the sparkle ink on yourself. I mean, yeah, don't obviously do that. It would be a look though, wouldn't it? I mean, different to having a tan if you're walking around all sparkly. Thing is, if you're copying these techniques and you're going to be doing the new projects, chances are you'll probably be a little bit sparkly anyway. Rosalind just says, I wear gloves when using these pens. My craft mat is well loved, lol. And Rachel says, when we moved, I made sure to have laminate on my office floor because of ink pads and sparkle pens. That is a great shout, actually, if you're trying all of these techniques. Right, we've got, some amazing deals on stamps, as you've just seen. Let's just call this a bit of a down the side of the sofa sort of price. You know when you dig down the side of the sofa and you usually find some coins which have fallen out of your pocket? This is that bundle here, because for £4.78, $6.67, we've got your Sparkle Ink 2 stamp selection, which is all about the gorgeous unicorn that you can see just here. So as we said, you know what, those kind of like mystical creatures I think are just going to work so well with the sparkle pens, with the glitter markers too. So you've got that lovely set of stamps there with the unicorn, and then you've also got your Dear Friend again, which is a lovely, lovely collection, great for kind of building up those scenes as well with half price deal on those. $4.78 or $6.67 if you want to jump in and grab those. And then we have also got the illustrated animals. These were designed by our very own Sarah Kay, and I remember when we launched them, I was not only wowed by the artist work that you get with these, but the whole concept of them as well, because you do get the dies with them, but the die doesn't cut out the whole of the image. I think it's so clever. So like with our owl here, for example, you're a hoot. It just cuts out the sort of main portion here, so the die will cut out the head of the owl and the wing. So it's a really great way for you to be able to add a bit of depth and dimension to your projects, because it makes that kind of forefront of the animal pop out, which I think is so clever. Really gorgeous artwork. You've got to have a lot of fun colouring these in. Each comes with their own set of sentiments as well. You're a hoot for a special friend and thinking of you. And just take a look at these. The giraffe is gorgeous. That one is Born to be Wild. Once again, the die will just cut out the head of the giraffe, giving you that almost like foreground and background with that set. Then you've got the elephant, once again, the die just to cut out the head and the trunk of the elephant, giving you that sort of foreground and background, giving you the sort of depth and dimension of the animal, really. Dream big, with love, and one of my favourite sentiments that we've done, I always say this, without love, life would be irrelevant. Very clever. Very clever. You've then got your unicorn, believe in yourself. Again, get your sparkle pens, get your glitter markers, amazing. And then lastly in this set, the butterfly. Again, how lovely would that look? All glittered up, all sparkled up. And by the way, if you're looking at the screen and you're going, what? You're looking at that and you're going, what? That down there? That's right, £17.98 or $20.34. The launch price on these $74.95 or $84.75. That is a huge saving, isn't it? A saving of 70%. If you've wanted to pick those up, today is the day to be able to do it. Talking of big savings, of course, don't forget 70% up to 75% off on our Summer Sea Sun sale. That finishes at midnight tonight, wherever you may be. So do make sure that if you haven't yet had a look, or if you haven't had a look in the last few days, that you do go on and check the website out, because we add new deals each and every day, but it will finish at midnight tonight. Snap this one up, grab those deals on the sparkle pens, on the glitter markers, and we will come back with some more amazing demos with Debbie in just a few moments' time. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Draw, decorate, and customize your world with the colorful Spectrum Noir acrylic paint markers. Each premium paint marker gives opaque coverage on ceramic, glass, wood, and let's not forget paper, cardstock, and canvas. These versatile markers are filled with highly pigmented premium water-based paint, offering beautiful, rich, and smooth coverage. The colors can be blended together, and the fast-drying opaque paint is ideal for layering. A 3mm bullet tip offers smooth strokes, and a precision valve mechanism allows rich and consistent flow with no clogging. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
Welcome back. Hello to Kirsty D, who's with us. Elaine Barton, who says, love my sparkle pens. Josie Mitchell's with us, saying, hi, folks. Lots of fun with Debbie and Ben. I love a bit of sparkle. And Lynn Harvey says, Ben, I'm looking forward to seeing and hopefully meeting you at Southend. Oh, yes, on the 25th of November on Sarah's tour. Yeah, very excited about that. All begins at the end of November. We'll make it happen, Lynn. We'll definitely make it happen. And Sarah saying, Sarah Brown, I'm loving the show today, says Sarah. Great techniques and demos. Debbie is so clever. I love her. And Ben is doing a fabulous job as well. I love him too. Oh, well, we love you. We love you. Eleanor says, I love that owl. I have it. If you haven't yet got the illustrated animals, deal still on the screen. Unbelievable today. £17.98, $20.34. Also, just something worth bearing in mind, which I know a lot of you will be aware of already. Last day of the Summer Sea Sun sale, so you've got up to 75% off. Hit the website, check the various deals. I know a lot of you will also have received an email over the weekend with a little code in it, right? So it's all a little bit hush hush. You check your email box, there's a little code, right? And that code is going to give you an extra discount on top of all of the discounts that we're giving you with the Summer Sea Sun sale. So potentially you're getting, I mean, some absolutely unbelievable buys, whether you're going 40, 50, 60, 70, 75% off. You can use that code to get an extra discount on top of those discounts, on top of the discount that you'll get with your Club Inspire. I mean, more discounts than a discount store in the middle of Discountville. So do make sure that you check out your emails. Right, we have got half an hour to go, and I think over the course of the next half hour we're going to be huffing, blowing and shaving. We're not shaving.
Spritzing and shaving, but I'm not shaving anything. When I sent...
Debbie sent me a message this morning about 8:40. It was so funny. The way that you explain, I won't read it all out because it was like an essay. It was basically, do you have any spare shaving foam at all? If you do, can you spare some? Can you bring it in with you? I've forgotten mine. Obviously not for me personally to use on myself. I was like, I know why you need it. I said the way you explained it.
I didn't know if you did. And I thought, I didn't want you thinking I wanted to shave my armpits or shave other bits and bobs. Before we went on air, so I thought, I'm just going to tell you what I wanted it for, which was shaving foam.
Well, I would have guessed because it's coloured me happy.
No, and I thought, I'd be all right asking you to send shaving foam and then Ben going to Laura, look what Debbie wants, what does she want to shave and we're up there. So that's why I sent you a message. Yes, because I forgot my shaving foam. I must have got about 10 tubs of it at home and I completely forgot it. And I didn't want to run into Tesco this morning. Last time I went in at Tesco at 10 o'clock in the morning, it were like mother's meeting. Everybody was there. So I was like, no, yeah, honestly. Because they can browse for an hour and then they can go and buy. So the checkouts at 10 o'clock were like, literally took my breath away. So
that's why we needed it.
So that's coming up in this next half hour. One of the techniques that I haven't shown for a while, and I thought, I'm going to show you what you can do with. You will need to get hold of. Now I know it's not on the show today. It may be, well, it will be on the website. Yeah. Producer Jamie can go and check out if we've got any in stock. But it's our watermark. It's what we use for translucent clear heat embossing. So when you want to heat emboss and do your resist techniques, you need this one. It's your lovely clear one. Nice and clear. It's a studio one. Actually, is this the studio one? No, this is mine. This is mine. Yes, I've realised because I've got my gem on front. But yes, there's a lovely little technique that you can do that doesn't involve any heat appliances at all. So I've taken one of the stamps from the Proud Poppies, which is one of the lovely stamp sets that we've got on the show. And I've just taken one of the elements out and I've got a little bit of scrap paper here at the side of me. So what I'm going to do is just cover it up like you would normally when you're doing your heat setting and when you're going to add your embossing powder to. But there's a lovely little technique that I completely forgot about, and it's only when I saw it in the book and I thought, I've not done it for such a long time, I'm going to show you today.
Oh, yeah.
So all I'm doing is, like you would normally, and because it's clear as well, it can be a little bit tricky to see on camera, but it'll become perfect sense in a moment. So I'm giving it a good press down and putting that stamp onto there. What you do need to do is let this dry, because it's wet and sticky. You do need to let it dry. So I'm going to force that drying process by using my heat tool. And I'm going to go over and give that a good coverage. And I can just about see it. It's very difficult because it's translucent. Yeah. It's very difficult to see it. But it's worth it, promise you, it's worth it. So I'm going to go in. I think I've got one more little area that I haven't covered. So I'm going to go in and we'll go at the top part. I might have overlapped, but it doesn't matter. You get the gist. And you can do this with any of your stamps onto there. Now, I just need it to be dry before I apply some of our ink to it. And when I say ink, I am going to use our sparkle pen. I'm going to go back to the sparkle pens to get this, to achieve this look. But I want this to be completely dry. Now, normally at this stage, when you've stamped it, you add your clear embossing powders or your other embossing powders to them, and then heat set them, and you can do that resist technique. I think you've seen us do this technique a few times, so I thought I'd just show you this particular one. Which I do quite like, and like I said, I've not done it for such a long time. I thought, let's give it a go So I'm just going to give that a nice, till it's all nice and dry. Normally I'd let it dry naturally again. I wouldn't force that drying stage, but there's nothing to stop you from. That's what these heat tools are for. They're to speed up processes and speed up the drying time. But now you go on and you're thinking, well, you can't really see it because, you know, we've not added any embossing powder to it or anything like that. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to pop a little bit of the ink. I forgot to shake it, Ben. I forgot to shake it.
Oh yeah, shake it to wake it.
Yeah, shake to wake. And then I'm going to take it over the top. Let's just go in because I want a nice bit of coverage. Of course, you could be doing this with your clear overlay, but this is the technique that it creates. And it's almost like a resist technique, but not, if that makes any sense. Now again, you can move that around with your water brushes, so we could still move that around, or you could take your clear overlay and go over the top as well and move it. But can you see the image that it leaves on there?
Yeah.
And it really is a lovely technique. I think this pen is literally nearly out of ink, so I think this is because we use them a lot up here. But I'll turn that around. And you can see now, oops, I've just dropped the top. Let's pop that on. And can you see, oh, I did go a little bit over. I thought I did when I saw it, I'm thinking.
Yes.
But
Yeah,
can you see now that lovely poppy technique, poppies underneath it?
Yeah.
It's a very subtle, and I'm just going to give it a little blast again. It's a very subtle look, not like a resist one, but what you can do with most of your stamps. A water wash would look really nice on it as well. I've gone in with the whole dark colour, but water washing it would look lovely.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to give that a little blast of my heat tool and that lovely sparkle. But can you see the stamped image underneath? Let's go in there. Let's check that up for a second. Can you see where the image is? I perhaps use a darker colour. I should have used a lighter one.
Oh no, you can see it now. Look at that.
Okay, if I held it there,
yeah,
perfect. So that's a nice little effect that you can do if you want a nice subtle background.
Yeah.
But use a water brush. Rather than going on with a full colour, use a water brush and dilute it. And I think I've got a bit of clear just over the top, just to dilute a bit of that colour. Let's go back in. Oh, in fact, stop stretching, Debbie. Stop stretching and just bring that across. Yeah, use your water brush to disperse that
oh, it's coming
colour.
through now, yeah.
Yeah, you can see. The lighter is the better way to do it because I went on with a great big dark colour and I perhaps should have used one of the lighter ones, but you can see what I mean. And use the water to disperse it a little bit more, but how lovely does that look?
Yeah.
What a lovely subtle technique that is to do. It just is beautiful, and you can see that more so with the lighter rather than darker, can't you now? Absolutely beautiful. Love it. Look at that. The more it's coming through.
Absolutely.
Love this one. Again, like I said, it's been a while since I've done this technique, but it's just worth touching on that because I do love that technique. And that's not involving any clear embossing powder or anything like that. It's just taking your clear, translucent clear watermark and creating a little bit of a technique. And of course, that sparkle is still running through there when I let that dry off. Right, so let's move on because we are fast running out of time.
No, 20 minutes left.
Yeah, do you know, I could have 3 hours. I could have all day getting inky. All day long.
Well, I thought, are we going to do like a... Will there be a demo of the show at the end? Because it's all been...
Well, not really.
Not really.
It's a bit difficult when you do techniques, Ben.
Yeah.
I always say, and I'm not worried because there's only me here today.
So you're going to win something.
I'm not overly worried at all. Now, I was going to do this next one with this larger butterfly stamp, but because I need to do a bit of huffing, I've changed my mind.
Oh,
so
right.
I've got Tracy to find one of our older stamps, grey rubber
okay.
stamps. It's such a while since we've used grey rubber stamps. But you can stamp and colour with them. So let's choose. I'm going to go in with a nice blue. And what other colour? Shall I have a little bit of purple?
Purple
I'll have a
would be
little bit
nice.
of purple and maybe a little bit of pink. Macaroon.
Macaroon.
Macaroon. So I'm going to do another lovely little technique using our pens. And you can do this with your glitter markers as well. You can go in with your glitter marker. Even though it's a fine tip, you can still go on and colour over the top of your stamp. I've gone for a bigger stamp here just because I want you to see the impact of this. But what I'm doing is I've given it a good shake.
Yeah.
I'm then just going to take it on and colour
okay.
my image. And I'm going to colour them in different colours here.
And of course, once you've stamped with these, I guess the stamp itself is quite easy to clean, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Spritz it with some water,
Yep.
clean that off. Absolutely, Ben. So again, just pop in a bit of colour down. Let's have a bit of that fig running through the centre.
Beautiful.
I love doing this. And you can do this with any stamp. This is a grey rubber stamp, but you can do this with acrylic. You can do it with
Polymer photo.
That's the one, photopolymer. Yes, thank you, Ben, thank you.
Welcome.
That's why you're with me, looking after me, as always.
Trying to. A little bit slower than normal today. Had a busy Saturday.
I wonder why.
Well, it was busy.
I wonder why.
Busy Saturday.
A busy Saturday.
Yeah, we'll just call it a busy
Saturday.
Yeah, what it was is I was getting into 4th of July weekend feel with our American friends and celebrating along with them, because I know lots of our American friends are celebrating, ready for the big day tomorrow. Yeah. So that's what I was doing.
Oh, I get you. Now, can you see that the ink is still quite wet on there? If it starts to dry, this is when you'll do that little bit of a... just bring it up, Charlotte, camera, just for a second.
Yeah.
Huff it to moisten it with your huffing.
Right.
If that makes sense. Does that make sense?
I think huff it to moisten it with your huffing.
With your hot air.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at your face. Yeah. It looks like you're licking it.
It doesn't look, well, it does look like I'm licking it, but I'm not licking it. No. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go on, and I'm using my rocker block for this to create a little bit of a stamped image. Now, looks really effective, but there's still a ton on there. And I'm going to leave that for a second, just to pop to one side and bring in some more.
Go again.
I'm going to go again. Will it fit on there? Yeah, it'll fit on there.
I love it when you huff.
I sound like Motley.
You do sound like Motley.
But again, second generation. So we've done the first one, more on there. But you can see as it goes down more and more, and I'll come in with another piece.
Yeah.
Still lots more ink.
I've never heard such a noisy huffer in all my life.
Told you I weren't very good at the huffing.
You noisy huffer.
Give you good huff.
Oh, Debbie.
Leanne makes it look so easy. Honestly. Third generation. Can you see more detail?
Yeah.
Now, as much as I'd like to huff, I think I'm all huffed out.
Yeah.
So I'm going to spritz. Let me move on to the spritz. What have I done with my spritzer, Ben? Can you see it? Somewhere on here. I've had it a minute ago. Look, this is because it's getting towards end, and I am going to squeeze in the shaving foam as well. What have I done with my spritz there? Have I dropped it?
Is that, what's that?
It's a bottle. It's a bottle.
Yeah, no.
It's like a
Oh, it's
little...
here.
Oh, thank you.
Welcome.
So kind. I did... Right, I'm going to spritz. There is still a lot of that beautiful ink on there. So when I do this, I actually just hold it away and I have a little bit of a distance and I just spritz it lightly. I don't go mad with that one when I'm spritzing.
Linny says, Debbie, you sound like me when I have to climb a staircase.
Oh dear, but can you see now, I've still got more coming out of this and I only put a little bit of ink. I wonder if I could get a little bit more. Shall we go in with one more?
Yeah, why not?
But I'm going to spritz it again. Little bit of light spritzing, and we're not talking just 1 generation, 2 generation, 3 generation of stamping, but we're talking, and I'll make a little bit of a background with this one, because again, this is really a lovely way to make your ink go a long way, and really does look really quite effective. And I've still got more ink on there, Ben, so I'll give it another little spritz.
Why not, yeah.
We'll go in with maybe a little bit just down there. I mean, look at this.
Really
this is looking
stunning.
really, really effective.
Yeah.
I know I've made a bit of a mess on my mat. We'll get away with it. No one knows it's me.
Tracy's patrolling out there, she knows.
I've still got some more on there. You can see, and this is the good way to clean it as well. So if you want to clean your stamp, spritz it quite a bit.
Yeah.
Spritz it quite a bit. Take a cloth, rub across the top. And you've got rid of it, and it's all nice and clean, ready to use the next time you want to do the spritz and huff and all those kind of techniques. But what you've got here now is 1, 2,
Amazing.
3,
Yeah.
4,
Wow.
5, and 6 and 7, because I did it a few more times. But the then is
The then is.
the then thing you can do with it is You can, and I'll just move that out of the way for a second.
Yeah.
You can go in and you can spritz and you can move it. Even when it's dried, you can go in and you can move it around. And this is when you can get that really arty, arty-farty.
A bit of an arty-farty
Bit
effect.
of an arty-farty effect.
Yeah.
But just dry that off and it kind of disperses it again. But doesn't it look beautiful? Arty-farty. I can't think of a better word. And
Do you say that in the... Is that a US saying? Or is it just
well,
a
I say it
British
all the
thing?
time, arty-farty.
Arty-farty.
It's an expression I would use.
Yeah.
But you can see, just drying that off, you can see the undercurrent of that butterfly with the disbursement of that spritz, and it gives it a really
wow.
ethereal kind of lovely, I'll say it again, arty-farty look,
Yeah.
because it just looks absolutely beautiful. There are so many things that you can do, and that's one of those, I mean, that butterfly stamp that we've got in the collection, you could so easily do that with and create some amazing backgrounds. And you can still even do it take your clear overlay and just pop a little bit on, and you can draw the colour out. So you could actually draw out the colour as well. Trying to cram in as much as I can. How many minutes have we got left?
You've only got 14, and you've got to do the shaving foam.
I will definitely do
I'll be
the shaving
disappointed if you
foam, I
don't.
promise you. But can you see, I can colour in that image. I'll do it very quickly. And I'm using my clear overlay. If you've gone for that lovely, beautiful collection that we started with, that starter kit, absolutely. And even though that had dried, I can still move it around. Obviously, you get the better effect when you move it instantly. But just look how gorgeous that looks. It really is a lovely way of showing you how you can get the most out of your stamps and out of your pens. They are a colouring medium. You could have gone straight in there and coloured it with with the permanent ink that we've popped in that bundle. But I hope you agree that with that, I've shown you some different ways that you can use that particular stamp set.
I love it.
Right, 2 seconds to get ready for the finale of the show.
Right, whilst we give you a chance to get ready, we can show you a few other goodies here. Love a good laugh in the morning, says Shannon on YouTube. Debbie has made my day. The starter collection we can tell you about, which again, loads of you have been jumping in for this morning. If you just want to get your foot in the door when it comes to using our sparkle pens, our glitter markers, then this is the way to go, because you get a little bit of everything that you need. You're going to get your sets of your sparkle pens, sparkle brush pens. So you've got your tint and tone, which brings you your silver, your blue, and also your onyx. Then you're going to get your clear overlay pens included there as well. So like we said, once you've got those, you can add those to so many different colouring mediums. So potentially you've got glitter and sparkle on whatever colours you've got currently in your craft room. Then we're going to give you a set of your Cool Elements 6 glitter markers. So you get in the silver, the carbon, in the green, in your different blues, the cool blue and that gorgeous midnight, and you've also got your frozen ice included in there as well, so that's the glitter markers. You're going to get 31 sheets of cardstock in total, 15 of your watercolour, 16 of your Nina, and then you're also going to get your waterproof ink pad included in there as well in the Noir Black. And we wouldn't give you a starter kit without giving you some stamps, and of course we're going to do that for you too. So you've got your beautiful, delightful butterfly stamp, and you've got this gorgeous set here, which is your stars and celebrations. I think that's a great price and a great way to get you started on your sparkly, glittery adventure. £41.59 platinum, or $55.99. Very quickly, just wanted to recap on our weekend super saver, Things with Wings mystery bag. This is an amazing deal, right? And I think, in my opinion, one of the best weekend super saver bags that we've done. Always over £100, over $120 worth, $102.91 or $125.55 today. But we don't want you to pay that. £24, $32 if you're platinum. Look at what you're going to get here, and I'll whiz through this because I know we're going to see some more demos with Debbie. This is an amazing bag because you're going to get the 36 double-sided sheets of your vintage butterflies paper pad, which is stunning. You're going to get a set of dies, your magnificent butterflies, so 3 butterfly dies, 3 dragonfly dies included as well. I mean, you're keeping track of how many elements that you've got here. That beautiful butterfly delight cut and embossed folder, great, that one particularly if you like doing your more slimline projects. We've got creator cards in here as well. That one, what was it? It was 5 by 7 inches. You've got the beautiful die which goes in the centre, so you can create a twirling effect. We've got a cut and emboss folder from the Beautiful collection. We've got Sharon Callis dies in here as well from the Heart collection. We've also got from the Butterflies and Bloom set that gorgeous butterfly love set, stamps and dies, and then you've also got the in-flight 3D embossing folder included in there as well. So if you think about all the elements that you've got there, 21, 24, 25, 29, 30, 33, 36, 72 elements in there for that price. Unbelievable value for money. Treat yourself today. Get yours even if you've got items within the Weekend Super Saver, because you can keep the ones which you haven't got and then give the rest away as gifts. Keep them for Christmas time, or like I said, you know, particularly with the paper pad, doesn't matter if you have more than one of those, but if you've got kind of one item, you can double up on it and work twice as quickly, which is brilliant. Right, 10 minutes left. We'll just quickly check. I think we're all good as far as the questions are concerned. Oh, one quick question which we didn't answer. Jill says, Debbie, when you used, did you use watercolour card for the demonstration with your watermark and sparkle pen?
Yes, I did, but you can do it with Super Smooth card, the Nina card.
Yep.
You can do it with that as well. So yes, I did use the watercolour card, but the Nina card will work equally as well. Just give you a different look.
Okay.
The tooth picks up the lovely, the lovely ink. On the Super Smooth, it's flat.
Yeah.
It's smooth. So yeah, it will work on there as well. And that's why we've popped that in the bundle for you. Yeah.
9 minutes then. What can you do?
Oh, what can I do? So, with your shaving foam, Ben.
Yep.
Is there a lot left in there?
I think there's quite a bit. I nearly picked up the wrong one because I had the shaving...
Not the gel.
Not the gel.
Not the gel. You want
Yeah,
the foam.
it's gotta be the foam.
And you can find most of them. I mean, this looks cheap.
It's from... But I figure it's shaving foam.
Shaving foam doesn't have to be expensive.
Why would you
does
buy
it?
anything more expensive than about £1?
Exactly, and that's
Aldi's finest.
Is it Aldi's finest? Bless you. Right, let's go in, and I'm just going to go in with my shaving foam.
My shaving foam.
Oh my God, Ben, it smells amazing.
Yeah?
Oh, I bet you smell nice.
I do after
when you're shaving
a shave. I was going to have a shave later on, but I'm not going to be able to now.
Yeah, because I do want a nice bit down there.
Can you leave it afterwards? I might take it home in the tray and use it.
Bless you. Well, you could do if you wanted to. I'm going to flatten it a little bit. At the minute, it just looks like a lot of meringue. A lot of meringue.
You were doing it.
What did you eat?
Put it in your face.
He wants to go like that. Boof into someone's face.
Your face.
That were close. I'll let you off then, Jamie, because I thought you meant me then. I was like, come on, we're friends here. But yes, so we're going to flatten it a little bit, just to get it, evenly spaced out. And I've used one of our trays. I promise, if Tracy is watching, I'll clean it because I've pinched it from the side. However, you can do it on your glass mat, you can do it on your craft mat. But I just wanted to give that a nice little... Sorry, Ben, I will clean up your shaving.
Is there any left? No.
Yeah, there is.
Okay.
There is, a little bit.
Thank you.
So let's choose some colours. We've got to have the black. They've got to have this gorgeous midnight blue. Maybe with that lovely, what's that one? Aquamarine.
Oh, yeah.
Got the yellow. Let's have a yellow. Shall we have a purple? And shall we have... Actually, shall we have... Yeah, we'll have the fig. And we'll have...
Oh, it does smell nice. I smell it.
I can smell it from here, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Give it a nice old shake.
Yeah.
Now, I've done this before with ink pots, but you can do it with your pens, and you don't use much ink. So when you go open it up, Debbie, open it up.
Come on, muscles. There you go.
Get that out. Give it a little couple of just drops of ink into theirs. Disperse that around. Not a lot. You don't need a lot. Shake it off. Preferably not on yourself, Debbie. And we'll put a couple of colours down. Definitely love the purple.
Yeah.
So let's give that a little shake. Do you know it would be easier if I use the push button that's on there?
Oh yeah, the squeeze me button.
There's a squeezy button on there. Yeah. Again, just tap off the excess. Pop that onto there. We said we're going with midnight blue, didn't we? A little bit of midnight blue. So drop a couple of little drops again, just onto there.
Wait, if you've never seen this before, get ready. The result is amazing. Jamie, you've never seen this, have you?
He's never seen this before, has he?
You're going to fall off your chair, mate.
Yeah, got to go in with a bit of the yellow. So drop a bit of that yellow down. Again, tap off the excess. And I'm only squeezing the tiniest amount out. I'm not going mad. I know it looks like I've gone mad, but I'm not.
No.
I genuinely mean I've just dropped a few little bits. Oh, that pink's beautiful, isn't it? Let's drop some of that just on there and splatter some of that around. There we go. Give it a good old splatter. Now, this is when you need your pokey tool. So grab yourself a pokey tool. Or anything, cocktail stick, back end of a pen, whatever it is, and then give it a good old little swirl around. Whee! I will honestly never ever tire. No. And I knew Jamie would love this because Jamie is an acrylic master, shall we just say?
Acrylic master.
Oh my God, have you seen his work?
Yeah, so I've seen some of his work.
It's absolutely blooming stunning. Follow him on Instagram if you can. What's your handle, Jamie? Jay's Acrylic UK, cheeky little plug there, no one will mind. Go and check Jay's workout. Honestly, Jamie's workout is just absolutely stunning.
You've done some filming with George as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
George with the joystick.
Yeah, go and have a little look and check his workout. Now, I'm happy with all that. I love the colours of this. So now what we're going to do is just choose some cardstock. Now, I'm going to use a piece of watercolour cardstock. I'm going to use a piece of Centura Pearl. Where is nice... Ah, yes, my Nina cardstock. And I think I've got some ivory, I've got some ivory pearlescent cardstock in there as well. So I'm just going to choose little odds and scraps paper that I've got left. So let's go in with the watercolour cardstock first. So we'll go down, push just over the top. And you don't need to squidge it right in. It's just literally laying on the top of that foam.
A little caress.
But, and just give it a tiny kiss, a tiny caress. Oh, that's nice, isn't it?
It is
nice.
nice.
Little, like touching it, just gently touching, and pull it off. Don't throw this away.
No.
Because we're going to come back to that in a second. But what we're going to do is just place that down on there. Now I've got.
Wait.
I did have. Where's it gone? Tasha's old bingo card. Any kind of card, but
is it a credit card?
It's no way, Jose. Tasha's old bingo card that we don't use anymore because it's changed brands now.
Right.
So I'm going to go in, and all you do is you scrape it away.
Yes.
Like so. So you can see that side. Look at Jamie.
Jamie's just gone, shut up.
And then scrape it away. And I know what you're thinking, Jamie. I knew that's what you were going to say. How's it not smudged? It's the shaving foam with those beautiful pens, and it reacts there, and it doesn't move. If I rub that across, it's not moving. It's staying put. But can you see that is now a beautiful...
It smells amazing too.
It smells amazing. Absolutely smells amazing. Looks incredible.
Yeah.
To get that kind of look... is how many minutes?
3.
Right, back in. So let me go back in because I've still got loads on there, and let's go in with. Do you know, Jamie? I've been asked that before. Can you do it on a canvas? You could do, yeah, absolutely. You can get it on a canvas.
You need a lot of shaving foam.
You need a lot, yeah. You would need a lot, yeah. I'm not going to lie. Depending on your size of your canvas. Going in with the Centura Pearl, exactly the same. Peel back. And then we'll get a different look completely, and I'm just going to, and I love it on, can I just tell you, I love this effect on Centura Pearl.
Yeah.
It looks stunning on Centura Pearl, because on there you have now got a beautiful pearlescent finish with that gorgeous effect. Stop saying 2 minutes.
Have you got time for one more?
Stop saying 2 minutes. You can keep you going on going, and if you want to add some more colour in, just splatter a few more bits down.
Yeah.
It depends on the intensity that you want, but you will get a lot out of there. And I'm going to use the Nina cardstock with this one. Pop the Nina cardstock in there onto the top. Don't mind getting messy. You will get messy with this, can I just tell you? And you can actually go in and layer it back down if you want to pick some more of that up. But you will get a different look each and every single time you use this.
Oh, yes.
And even on your Nina cardstock, which is super smooth cardstock, I've still got a ton of foam in there. And I promise I'll stop after this because I know Charlotte will be saying, a minute.
She'll go 1 minute.
But can you see, even on the super smooth cardstock, the look that you get? Completely different looks, 3 different looks that you're getting from watercolour cardstock, with obviously the first set, the stronger the colour. Centura Pearl, that beautiful pearlescent finish, and on super smooth cardstock, absolutely stunning. Can I just tell you, I have had a blast.
It's been fun.
This is my kind of show, Colour Me Happy. I did say to producer Jamie at the start, I want to do things a little bit differently. I don't, you know, I love the colouring materials we've got. These are beautiful colouring implements for your stamped images, but they're also a water-based product, which means you can use them in a multitude of ways. And I've got a great big pile of wherever I've put it all now, because I've just dropped everything underneath it. I've just put it everywhere. I hope I've shown you lots and lots of techniques that you can do with them. Colour, stamp, heat resist, all sorts of different things. Have a lot of fun with them, enjoy them, because that's what they're all about. I need to go and get cleaned up. I've got about an hour to get ready for the next show, but thank you for joining us today, because I've really enjoyed it.
It's been amazing. Thank you to Debbie. Take advantage of all of the deals on this show. You've got this show to come back to see all those amazing techniques. Thank you for all the lovely comments. We're back in an hour's time with a masterclass on all things dimensional, treat boxes, hanging ornaments, you name it, we've got it. We'll see you in an hour.